Slender Man terror in the Amityville Horror House. The Amityville Horror House stood as a decaying monument of fear. Its boarded windows and ivy-covered walls seemed to whisper dark secrets to anyone daring enough to pass by. Among the locals, tales of the house's past horrors were enough to keep even the boldest adventurers away. But one autumn evening, a group of 5 friends, Kate, Ryan, Lisa, Mark, decided to uncover the truth. What they didn't know was that the house had drawn the attention of something far more sinister, the Slender Man. Armed with flashlights, cameras, and a sense of misguided bravery, they stepped through the creaking front door. The air inside was damp and heavy, smelling of mildew and decay. Ryan, the self-proclaimed leader, led the group into the living room, where the dim moonlight streaming through a crack illuminated the peeling wallpaper and broken furniture. "We'll stay for 1 hour," Ryan said, trying to mask his nervousness. "We'll document everything and leave." As they explored, strange things began to happen. Shadows moved where no light should cast them. Faint whispers echoed through the hallways, though no one spoke. Kate swore she saw a figure standing at the top of the stairs, but when she pointed it out, it vanished. "Let's stick together," Lisa urged, clutching Jenna's arm tightly. Their cameras began malfunctioning, displaying static or distorted images. Then, in one particularly dark hallway, they found something chilling, a series of crude drawings scrawled on the walls. Stick figures with elongated limbs surrounded by trees and a tall, faceless figure with unnaturally long arms. "That's him," Kate whispered, her voice trembling. "Slender Man." The room seemed to darken as she spoke the name. The air grew colder and an oppressive silence fell over them. Ryan tried to laugh it off. "It's just a story to scare kids. Someone probably drew this as a prank." But then, Mark screamed. The others turned to see him pointing at the end of the hallway. A tall, impossibly thin figure stood there, its faceless head tilted unnaturally to the side, its arms long and bony, stretched out as though reaching for them. "Run!" Ryan shouted. They bolted through the house, the Slender Man seemingly appearing at every turn. No matter which way they went, he was there, blocking their escape. His presence wasn't loud or violent. It was silent, suffocating, and utterly terrifying. Lisa tripped and fell in the kitchen. When the others turned to help her, the Slender Man was already there, his skeletal fingers reaching out to her. She let out a blood-curdling scream before vanishing into thin air. Panic consumed the group. One by one, the Slender Man claimed them, until only Kate remained. She stumbled into the living room, tears streaming down her face. "Please," she begged. "What do you want?" The room grew darker, and the Slender Man appeared before her, his featureless face inches from hers. His long fingers reached out, and she felt the coldest touch imaginable before everything went black. The next morning, authorities found the group's abandoned car outside the house, but there was no sign of the friends. Their cameras left behind contained distorted footage of their final moments, a faceless figure standing silently in the shadows of the Amityville Horror House. From that night on, no one dared approach the house again. It was no longer just a haunted place. It was a trap, luring its victims to a fate worse than death, under the watchful, empty gaze of the Slender Man.